Oh dear. Good evening, everyone. The winds are going to calm down tonight. Temperatures are going to peak tomorrow, and you can always get your update if you follow me on Twitter at Vera KTLA.
There he goes.
Hello, everyone. Well, you know what? The winds are finally starting to calm down. They're subsiding, thankfully, but the winds have really been the story for today. The warm-up is going to be the main story tomorrow. Let's go ahead and take a look out to calm down, but we still have some numbers in the teens, like in Van Nuys, where they are out of the northwest at 15 miles per hour, but almost everyone is in the single digits. Long Beach, 14 miles per hour. Chino, 15, likewise in Ontario, but again, Big Bear, 7 miles per hour. Palm Springs, a little bit stronger at 13 miles per hour out of the northwest. Again, we do have a wind advisory that is going to expire tonight at 7 p.m. And this is mostly for the Antelope Valley and the mountains of Santa Barbara. We're going to see sustained winds between 20 and 30 miles per hour with gusts up to 50 miles per hour. So we could still see a little bit of blowing dust and sand if you're heading out towards the 138 or the 14. But again, after tonight, they should calm down. It'll still be a little bit breezy into tomorrow, but nothing like this afternoon. Downtown Los Angeles and the LA coastal basin, we're looking at 87 degrees as the high tomorrow. That's where we'll top out. And then Thursday and Friday, we'll start to see those temperatures drop ever so slightly because another trough of low pressure is going to pass to our north. That's going to increase the onshore flow, and that's going to cool us down, bring a little bit more cloud cover, and again, bring those temperatures down. But by Sunday, we start to see temperatures rise again because another area of high pressure is going to move into the area. In the Inland Empire, we're going to top out at 86 tomorrow. On Thursday, when temperatures still start to drop in the 80s, it'll be very nice and pleasant. 74 on Friday, and on the 6 by Sunday, and we'll hold it in the 80s at least the middle of next week. The rest of your 7-day forecast and a detailed satellite picture coming up in just a little bit. Guys, we're going to send it back to you for now. And of course, we'll also be taking you outside as we look towards the mountains. We still have some beautiful clear skies, a little hazy outside. Warm up is going to really take hold tomorrow, and then temperatures are drop, and then they'll go back up again. I'll have all the details coming up in a minute. She was having great fun. All right, let's go ahead and turn our attention to the weather. Today, downtown Los Angeles reached a high of 77 degrees. That's 3 degrees above average, which was very nice and pleasant. Right now, the current temperature at the airport is 69 degrees, 72 in Fullerton, Ontario 72 as well, and 66 for Camarillo. Overnight lows not going to be too bad, mostly in the 50s. High pressure continuing to build into the area. This bringing northerly winds, gusty northerly winds, but as we go ahead and take a look at the microcast, you can see that by tomorrow morning, those winds will be coming directly out of the east. So they will be moving from the mountains towards the ocean, and that will help warm up those temperatures. That plus all the sunshine we're going to have is really going to increase those highs for tomorrow. And you can see this. We are looking at a big warm up tomorrow for this valleys. We're talking 92 degrees, still a little bit breezy. We'll see some that strong high pressure start to weaken Thursday and Friday, and so things will start to calm down. And as we go ahead and take a look at Saturday, we're going to see that warm up once again as another ridge of high pressure starts to build into the area. Again, temperatures in the 70s along our Orange County beaches. In fact, our entire coastline will be in the 70s, as you just saw. 68 on Friday, 72 on Saturday, and even on Sunday, we're still talking nice and warm at 78 degrees. That's a look at your 7-day forecast. Michael will be right back with more. And we'll also be taking you outside where you can see the palm tree swaying. This has been reissued. We'll have all those details, plus the warm up tomorrow. Temperatures are really going to skyrocket. We'll have that coming up for you in just a moment. Reissue those wind advisories. So once again, we're dealing with wind advisories that will be with us through most of the overnight hours. At about 3 a.m. is when the current wind advisories will expire. But before we go ahead and give you all the details on the winds, let's go ahead and take a peek outside and cooler because, again, the wind chill factor. All right, current temperatures over downtown Los Angeles, we're looking at 65 degrees, 64 for San Diego, 62 in Ontario, and in Palm Springs, we're looking at 75 degrees. Again, we're taking a look at some of the gusts outside. As we take a look at Lancaster, right now it's Palm, but earlier it was not. It was actually into the teens. Palmdale right now, we're looking at sustained winds at 13 miles per hour. Even in Burbank, we are seeing some sustained winds. Take a look at Van Nuys. It's been windy there all evening long. Gusts up to 44 miles per hour, sustained winds right around 32. And we'll show you the microcast of the winds a little bit later on. Right now, though, let's expected coming up. We're going to be giving you a detailed 24-hour forecast, a big warm-up tomorrow. Temperatures are really going to peak, and of course the 7-day outlook so you can plan for the weekend because it's getting closer, and the up and down with the temperatures. I'll show you that in a minute. All right, that's it for me now, guys. Back to you. Well, how about the winds, you guys? 2 thumbs up for the winds.
Yeah, I don't know.
Sideways.
The hot weather and the wind is not a good combination in Southern California.
You're right about that. You're right about that. So, all right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather picture. There, we've already determined that we have another wind advisory in effect that will be with us until 3 a.m. Details coming up. In the meantime, though, let's talk about what downtown Los Angeles reached today. How about 77 degrees, 4 degrees above average? Make that 3 degrees above average because the average this time of year is now 74 degrees. So that's where we were today. In the meantime, 65 degrees over downtown, 64 in San Diego, 62 in Ontario, and still a very warm 75 for Palm Springs. On the satellite radar picture, ridge of high pressure still building. That circulation around that high is producing some strong northerly winds, but by tomorrow they are going to shift. Right now, as we take a look at the current winds, we're looking at northerly winds out of Van Nuys at 32 miles per hour, variable winds in downtown Los Angeles at 3, so not too bad. 7 for Santa Ana, and as we head out towards Palm Springs, northwesterly winds at 12 miles per hour. We do have that wind advisory that will be with us until 3 a.m. Wednesday morning, and that will include Highway 14, the 138, and the I-5. So basically, most of the Antelope Valley, parts of the San Fernando Valley, Ventura, those areas are going to be hit by the winds. We're going to see gusts up to 55 miles per hour, which could mean blowing dust and sand, especially on the 14 and the 138. So heads up there. As we take a look at the microcast, you can see right now the winds are out of the north, but as we start to put it into motion, you can see that they start to shift and they will be out of the east. So they'll be out of the northeast by tomorrow morning, and that is going to help temperatures really warm up over the next 24 hours. We're not just going to get lots of sunshine, but with those winds moving from the mountains towards the Pacific, really warms up the atmosphere as those winds travel down the slopes and towards the Pacific. Take a look at these highs for onshore flow, and then another ridge of high pressure starts to build over the